Hello and welcome to Boomers and Beyond. This is the Senior Wellness Podcast where we talk about everything that matters after 55. Health, life planning, staying sharp, and living life on your own terms. I'm your host, Antionette Blake, better known as the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger, and I'm so glad you're here. So let's dive in. Welcome back to Boomers and Beyond. I'm your host, Antionette Blake, better known as the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger. And today I'm going to be very direct, very honest, and this is going to be something that we all are thinking about. Money. Money. That's right. Financial conversation, my friends. And you know what? I know that word alone just makes you a little bit tense. I can feel it through the microphone. But stay with me because this episode is not about making you feel bad about your finances. It's giving you practical, specific, genuinely useful strategies for navigating summer spending without damaging the financial future that you've worked so hard to build. Because here's the truth, summer is expensive, not always in big, dramatic ways, but in the accumulation of small ways that sneak up on you. Those cookout supplies, the grandkids visiting for 2 weeks, that spontaneous weekend trip, the concert tickets, even the increase in our utility bills because of the air conditioning. And why is it that home repairs always seem to pop up in the summer? Now, none of that means that we're irresponsible, but without a plan, it adds up faster than you think. And by the time September rolls around, a lot of us are looking at our accounts wondering what the heck happened in the summer. So today, we're going to make sure that it doesn't happen to you. Let's get into it. Let's start with why summer spending is a specific financial challenge, especially after the age of 55. Now, here's something worth naming directly. The financial landscape for adults over 55 is different from when it was in our 40s, and that requires a different kind of thinking. When we were in our 40s, most of us were in our full earning mode. If we overspent in the summer, we could correct it with our next paycheck. The financial runway was long and we had options. Now, at 55, 60, and 65, the equation shifts. Some of us, if not most of us, are on fixed incomes. Some are drawing from retirement accounts where every withdrawal has implications, tax implications, long-term balance implications, and even potential penalties. Some are in that in-between stage where we're still working, but we're also starting to think seriously about how long our money needs to last. And that, my friends, matters. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy your summer. It absolutely does not mean that. It means your summer spending decisions deserve a little more intentionality than they might have 20 years ago. And that intentionality simply means having a plan. Knowing what you're spending before you spend it rather than discovering it after the fact. Let's think of 5 smart summer money moves, right? And we're going to break them down. 5 specific moves that you can make right now, not someday, not when you get around to it, but right now this week. Number 1, build a separate summer budget, right? Your regular monthly budget does not account for summer unique expenses. And if you're trying to track summer spending within your regular budget, things can get muddled fast and overspending becomes easy to rationalize. So here's what I want you to do. Sit down tonight or this weekend and make a list of every summer specific expense that you can anticipate between now and Labor Day. That includes travel, entertaining at home, increased utility costs, summer activities with the grandkids or family, any home maintenance or repairs that you've been putting off, graduation gifts, wedding gifts, summer birthdays, any events or concerts you're planning to attend. Write it down, put a dollar next to it, and then add it up. That number might surprise you. But here's the thing. A number on paper, even a large one, is manageable. You can look at it, adjust it, and make decisions. A number that you don't know about until it shows up on your credit card statement is a number that causes real stress. So write it down, own it, and plan for it. Number 2, and you guys know I'm always talking about saving with senior discounts. Use every senior discount available to you aggressively and unapologetically. I cannot overstate how much money is being left on the table by people in our age group who feel some kind of way about using senior discounts. So let me address that right now. These discounts exist because businesses want your patronage. They're not a charity. They're not a handout. They're a recognition that you are a valuable consumer and they want to earn your business. So use them. Rose's discount store every Wednesday has a 10% discount once a month. That's where I go and shop and stock up on paper supplies, toilet paper, paper towel, napkins, tissues, things like that. You have to. Your AARP membership. If you don't have one, get one. It provides discount on hotels, car rentals, restaurants, prescription medications, insurance, entertainment, and hundreds of other categories. The membership for itself pays many times over if you actually use it, and I did for a recent trip to Tampa for our Boule by the Bay. Again, retailers have discount days. Typically, it's one day a week or a month where adults over a certain age receive 10 to 20% off. There are grocery stores, home improvement stores, clothing retailers. If you don't know which of your regular stores offer this, ask. Just ask. National parks. If you're 65 and older and you do not have to be, have that America, the beautiful senior pass, but for a one-time fee, I think it's like $80, you get lifetime access to all the national parks and federal recreational lands. And even if you visit just one park, it's paid for itself. So that's genuine summer planning advice right there. Take advantage of museum free days, library programs, community events. Many of the best summer experiences are either free or deeply discounted for seniors. So do your research in your local area because these savings are real. Number 3, plan your travel strategically. So if travel is a part of your summer plans, and I hope it is because life is for living, there are specific strategies that can save you significant money without compromising your experience. Timing is everything. Traveling midweek instead of weekends consistently produces lower hotel rates and flight prices. Yes, we are looking to travel in October to Orlando, and we're going to be flying out on a Wednesday or Thursday as opposed to a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Traveling in late August instead of, the peak of July can help reduce costs by up to 40% on popular destinations. And guess what? The beach is just as beautiful in late August as it is in July. The mountains are actually more comfortable and the crowds are thinner. And if you have flexibility in your schedule, and most of us do at this age, use it. Your flexibility is a financial asset, so treat it like one. Also, consider destinations that are closer to home. I know social media makes everyone want to fly to Europe or take a cruise to the Caribbean, and that's wonderful. But some of the most beautifully, culturally rich, genuinely enjoyable travel experiences are within driving distance of where you already live. And the savings on flights alone can fund a significantly better experience at a closer destination. Number 4, set a grandchildren budget and stick to it. Now, I'm sharing this. I have no experience in this because I'm not a grandparent. But if you are, don't skip this one. Because I know, I can only imagine, I was raised by my grandmom, that when your grandchildren are involved, the instinct is to give them everything and worry about it later. But you know what? Loving your grandchildren and financially overextending yourself are two different things. Your grandchildren do not need to spend beyond your means to feel loved by you. What they need is your time, your presence, and your attention. And guess what? Those are all free. So, before the grandkids arrive or before the summer activities start, decide what you are comfortable spending. Write it down, build it into your summer budget, and then get creative with free and low-cost activities. Public parks, beaches, libraries, community events, cooking together at home, backyard movie nights. These are experiences that children actually remember, not the expensive ones. And trust and believe all that money that we spent on our sons when they were little going to Disney, they don't even remember 25, 30 years later. Number 5, do a mid-year financial check-in. So July, this is it. This is the end of July. We have exactly 1 week left. And it's the halfway point of the year. Now, this is time for you to review, find out where you stand financially. Are your retirement accounts on track? Did the first 6 months of the year align with your financial plan? And are there any adjustments that you need to make going forward into the second half of the year? Now, I'm not suggesting you spend the rest of the summer stressing about finances, but I'm suggesting taking at least 30 minutes to an hour to do a focused review. Pull up your accounts, look at your retirement contributions year to date, review your spending from January through June, and identify 1 or 2 things that you want to do differently in the second half of the year. That's it. 30 minutes once before the end of July. And the people who feel most financially secure are not necessarily the people with the most money. They are the people who know where they stand, have a plan, and check in on that plan regularly. This is genuine life planning, and that is what financial peace actually feels like. Now, I want to talk about something that doesn't get addressed enough in personal finance conversation, and that is the emotional relationship that many of us have with money. For a lot of people in our generation, especially women, money was either not discussed, managed by someone else, or associated with stress and scarcity. We grew up in households where money was tight and talking about it was uncomfortable. Or we might have spent our adult lives deferring financial decisions to spouses or partners who handled that side of the things. And now we're in a season of life where we need to be fully engaged with our own finances. And there's an emotional barrier in the way. I want to name that barrier because I think naming it is the first step to removing it. You are capable of understanding your own finances. You are capable of making good financial decisions. You do not need a financial degree or a background in accounting. You just need the willingness to look, a willingness to learn, and a willingness to ask questions when you don't understand something. And if you have a financial advisor, they work for you. You're allowed to ask them to explain things until you fully understand them. Your bank, your accountant, or any financial professional in your life works for you. Ask the question. Ask all of the questions. And if you don't currently have a financial advisor or financial plan and you're over the age of 55, that is the most single important action that you can take for your long-term financial well-being. Not a budget spreadsheet, not a savings tip, a conversation with a qualified financial professional about what your money needs to do for you for the rest of your life. So, that is genuine planning advice that I want to leave with you today. So, Boomers and Beyond, episode 80. It's a wrap. And so is it July. Oh my gosh. We talked about independence. We talked about sleep. We talked about brain health. And today we talked about money. 4 weeks, 4 powerful topics, all designed to help you live this season of life fully, boldly, and intentionally. You've worked too hard and come too far to spend your summer stressed about money or afraid to look at your finances. So make your plan, use your resources, and then go enjoy the summer that you've earned. And I want to hear from you. You can send an email to me at info@ablakeenterprises.com or find the full blog post for today's episode at delblogger.com. And if Boomers and Beyond has added value to your life this summer, please leave a review and share this show with someone who needs it. It's the greatest gift that you can give this podcast and this community. So, coming up in August, we have some incredible topics lined up, including healthy aging in the kitchen, navigating healthcare after 60, and a very special episode on leaving a legacy that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. So, until next week, I'm Antionette Blake, the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger. Spend smart, live boldly, and keep showing up for the most powerful chapter of your life. See ya. It's the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger. Now that's a wrap on today's episode of Boomers and Beyond. And if this conversation helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe wherever you listen, and I'll see you next Saturday at 10 a.m. See ya. I'm the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger. Keep living boldly.